If Izzy, aka Kourshiro Izumi, was a Digimon Tamer with a full squad, it may mean his support to the other Digidestined as the crest of knowledge holder would shift from just a technical advisor to that of a tactical cyber commander, making Izzy and his Pokemon the go-to intelligence operatives for the team, who focus on making sure the Digidestined always know exactly what they are dealing with, as well as the most intelligent and efficient way to counter it, even though with his friends and their teams that may not always go to plan. Izzy's team though would consist of insects, machines, and data entities, functioning like a living supercomputer, where every member is a node in a larger network. Obviously, Tentomon remains the first partner and the core of Izzy's team, but now it's able to step more into a well-deserved Professor Tentomon role that forces him to be less of one of Izzy and the other Digidestined sole protectors, and instead the central processing unit and a vital support in the network that informs the knowledge of the crest wielders. Due to this, I also believe Tentomon could achieve mega level power before the Tri-Era, if not going even further beyond that. Next, Kuwagamon, who would definitely be the first Kuwagamon the Digidestined all raid battle together upon arriving in the digital world. However, even as such an early threat, I would argue this could be one of the hardest extra Digimon for Izzy to gain some form of bond and control over, seeing as how I believe despite being only a champion, Kuwagamon would likely be one of Izzy's scrappiest brawlers, easily making it the brawn of the team, and allowing it to better back up Kabuterimon's brains, as the two would be able to perform high-speed scouting missions and swarming tactics together. Next is Datamon. This would be the one from the Prisoner of the Pyramid / Earthquake of Metal Greymon episodes, since if Izzy had a bigger team of Digimon all his own, or even a stronger Tentomon as a result of that, the events of those episodes could go easier for him, and when freed of enemy control, Datamon was quite friendly and very knowledgeable, which would make him a valuable partner for Izzy's team theming, as once rescued and debugged from Edamon's pyramid, he'd pretty much just provide Izzy with direct access to the digital world's back-end code and system repairs, as well as an ultimate level ally even before Greymon evolves again. Then there's Vademon. This could be the evil one who pushed Kabuterimon to evolve into the ultimate level for the first time, just now reformed, or a totally different one. However, it would certainly become the ultimate lab and analysis system for Izzy, working in tandem with his other heavily intelligence-based partners to learn all they can about the enemy's strengths and weaknesses, and then exploit them and raise the odds of victory and survival in battle by exponential degrees. For another thing, Vademon can make pocket universes with spatial warping abilities, which would be matched for moving around and hiding from the Dark Masters and other enemies. Mechanoriumon as the penultimate partner could either be the one that Genai kept around, which was likely formerly of Machinedromon's Metal Empire army, or since he often takes lessons or cues from Genai, Izzy would endeavor to reprogram and commandeer an enemy Mechanoriumon on his own, leading to a tense scene where he has to put himself in danger against the mech suit Digimon, making it a perfect literal tank for his squad. In a world like this, I could see Izzy raising Ken's Wormmon before he gets it, as tying this context does for Vmon, tying heavily into Izzy and Ken both being geniuses, and Izzy becomes a pretty direct mentor for Ken. Thus the reason I decided to be sure I gave Izzy a small number of reincarnated or reformed former enemy Digimon. And using the bond and accrued knowledge of his team, Izzy learns to temporarily focus all their power into the crest of knowledge, supercharging Tentomon temporarily, allowing it to plus warp Digivolve into Tyrant Kabuterimon.